Hey YouTube, welcome back. So today I'm going to draw Thanos, the Mad Titan himself. So it's a comic book style. It's one of the older style ways of drawing Thanos. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with the middle of his face, just at his helmet, up near the top of our page. So what we're going to do is just draw two lines down, just like that. And we're going to make that into a rectangle. And this is the middle of his helmet. So one like that, right in the middle. And then we have those two wings that come off, like above his eyebrows. So we're going to curve up. See, like that. And we can do the same on the other side. Keep going. Curves up to a spike. And then these are going to come back down. Curve down. Just two right there. Then we can do the same on the other side. And then these are going to curve back up and around to this first rectangle. So we just curve it up like that. And then it's going to curve back down into that rectangle there. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to curve it back up. And then this curves back down like that. Yeah, so then in there we have another gold piece of his helmet. So it's just like a curvy line in between. Like that. And then we have two lines up the middle of that. So one, two. And now we can draw just the top of his helmet, just up there. So down where we did those wings, we can just start just with a line here that curves all the way around. So we're going to curve it, keep going. Check your progress, and then keep going. Little lines I find are best, just to make sure you're not going too far off track. There we go. So now in underneath those wings that are on his helmet, we will do his eyes. So in the comic book style eyes, Thanos had like dark shadows for eyes with either just a white or red glowing circles inside. So what we have to do is just draw that big black shadow first. So it's right in underneath this part of his helmet. So it curves down like that. And then it's going to go back up to this point here. So it curves there. And then there's a circle inside there for that glowing red or glowing white part of his eye, whichever color you'd like to do. It's up to you. And then in there is black, because it's just all a shadow. If you look at any of the old classic Thanos comic drawings, you'll see them all sort of with, he'll have rays coming out of his eyes, or just red or white. Of course, it's not like that in the new film. Of course, he just has normal eyes. This is a much simpler way of drawing it. So we'll go over and we'll do the same on the other side. So we'll curve it down and around. And then it doesn't have to be exactly the same. And then it'll come back up to there and up in there. So then we draw a circle for the pupil in there. And then you can color that in black as well. So we'll color that all in black. Right, so then we're going to keep the side of his head going. So this will come all the way down, right? And it'll even go as far as his neck. He's a really thick neck that's like even wider than the top of his head. So see that? Comes all the way down. Keeps going and it comes out. So it goes wider than the top of his head. So keep going. the way down like that. Now then he has two lines for the sides of his helmet that go around his jaw, just on the side of his head. So it starts up near his eye with a circle, just there, and a circle here, just like that. And then we're going to have those lines that come down the side of his face, so it follows the shape of his face. So first it comes down this way, and we have a line that comes behind that one as well, just there. And then these keep going all the way down to his jaw, and it curves around that jawline, curving just to there. And we do the same on this side, just follow that line, and these are going to join up at the bottom, just there. And then we can see a line for his jaw just in here, so it goes just there, it curves up that way. And we can do the same on this side, so it's like a long S shape, see that? Same there. And then this line comes down to his jaw on the other side. And then we'll bring the other side down as well. Just there. So they're the sides of his helmet, his face mask. And we can keep going now down to his chin. So we have that big square chin. So we have curves around and back up the other side from the bottom of these face masks that we did. So curves that way, just there, and then this will come across all that bumpy chin like that. So then we have the shape for his face drawn in, and I'll just add a jawline over this side as well, just there. Now, so we can do his nose, right? So his nose just here in between his two eyes, and we will do just two letter C's for each nostril, sort of squarish brackets kind of thing, and we're going to join those up with a wavy line in the middle for the bottom of his nose. See that? So we have two bumps for nostrils and then the bumps for the middle of his nose. And then we will add a line just up here for one side of his nostril, and then he's got these wrinkly lines for his nose, just to show that his nose is kind of scrunched up, kind of evil looking. Some here, and they're going in the direction towards the nose, coming out from his eyebrows. And then we have a line just here underneath the eye, curvy line there, and the same on the other side, like that. And then we'll go down and we can do his mouth. So we'll start with the top line for his top lip. So he's smiling in this one, so he's got a real evil smile. So it curves around like this first, and then we start to go across real big, so like right underneath those eyes there. And this one goes up, curves back, and then we go back up to that other smile line just there. We can do a line for the bottom lip now, so we're going to start here, just there, and then the other one touches this smile line here, so it comes down, curves across, and we have some of those bumps, you know, for the lines on his chin, just that touch his lip. There's only a few in the drawing I'm doing, but you could add more if you wanted. There's many ways to draw these characters. You'll see like literally hundreds of ways. Well, maybe not hundreds, but maybe 800 ways of drawing Thanos. Many different ways. So we can see some teeth inside, especially in this section here. So you just got to draw like a shark fin, and that'll be dark. And then we'll add just another little line to show a tooth just there. And then another one here, and in there can be a little bit thicker, black. And then there is another tooth just here, and then all in here is dark. And then we can see the bottom, some of these bottom teeth, lines for the bottom teeth, just there. Going across, you can only see like 2 or 3 of them. And then a little line to show some more of those teeth just there. And he has a sort of a wrinkle just on top of that there. Just kind of that evil smile, really evil looking sort of smile. Maybe we can see a tooth down here as well, and we'll make that thicker for shadow. Just there. And speaking of shadow, there's a shadow underneath his nose that I forgot, so we'll fill that in. Just there. And then there is those round caps on his ears just here on the sides. So we'll just do a line coming out there, curves down, comes back in, and then there's another line that follows that outside circular line there. They're sort of discs. We go over, we can do the same on the other side. Curve down, comes back in towards that neck, and then we have another line there. Now, so we can do the lines on his chin, those curvy Thanos lines that he has. So you can add as many of these as you'd like. The image that I'm drawing from only has them on the sides. So not as many as we can see in the movie. So they could be going all the way across, but I'm just going to add one more just to keep it simple. There you go. Now, so on his face, we can see just some lines just here underneath his eye, just like that. And there's maybe some shading in there. Just make it a bit thicker. And there's a line that comes around here with some shading lines, just there. Some over on the other side, a little bit. And then a shaded section just here, just showing some shadow in his face and his jaw, just in here, just light shading in there, and a little bit that comes on his mask as well, just there. There's a darker section on his helmet. We'll go back up here and we'll curve that in. It comes back down this way, and we have some shine in the golden parts. It curves up, comes back, down, this goes up, and then this will curve down like that, and there's just little circles for like shiny parts on the gold, odd shapes that follow the shape of the helmet, and there's like just some hatching lines there. We do another line for the shine on this part of his helmet. So if this was being colored in, there would be golden. This might be white all around the edge, just to give it a golden look or reflective sort of look. Just so there. And I'm going to make this line thicker underneath his nose, underneath the middle of his helmet, sorry. Just there. Just so it shows a bit of shadow. Then we are going to draw his collar, so it curves all the way down, all around that neck of his, just like that. And then there's shadow just and muscle inside his neck. So we have a line that goes here, so the muscles on the sides of his neck, and we can do the same on this side, just there. And then there is some shadow in there, just colouring it in darker, and on this one too, just making them thicker. And then there's more muscle line in there, so those muscles on the side of the neck, and then there's shadow right here in the middle, like a diamond shaped shadow. You can add some hatching lines there, another line that way, another one this way. And then we'll add the rim of that gold armor that he has that goes around his neck. So it just curves down all around this, all the way to a point just there. And then the shoulders will just come off the edge of my page there. This one has some lines to show that it's gold as well. So we just curve an S, just like that, and it's kind of thicker down this end. So you just make that thicker and add in some hatching there, and another one here. You could leave that one white. We'll go over here and we'll do another shape for highlight. This one different, curves down that way. And there's some shadow on the side of his helmet up here. We're nearly there. Let me know what you think in the comments, or if there's any other characters you'd like to see, any other requests at all. And that's basically it. The Mad Titan, Thanos. Thanks for watching, and all the usual, like and subscribe if you liked it. Thanks very much.